This is what it shows when I
What does
click.
that look on your face? Okay. Is that what it shows?
This is because I clicked it to see, because it's easier for me to read the comments here when I'm in here, but I don't see it coming up.
I see people. I see you.
Let me go out and come back in.
Just start talking to people. Beth is here. Angelina's here. Kathy's here. Mrs. Smith. Kayleen. Wendy.
Oh.
Is it there and working? See, we were on time. We've been sitting waiting on you.
Okay.
Tiffany, great job. I wanted to let you know I really appreciate you being on time and ready to go.
Thank you. It's not easy being the person carrying this team, but somebody's got to do it.
I appreciate you and what you do.
Thank you so much.
I feel like I'm living in an alternate reality right now.
I wish I was.
And that's fine. If what's the game we're going to play today, we can play games. What do we want to pretend to be?
Oh. I was going to give the most inappropriate answer, and it was going to give away my real kink.
Ooh. I'm in.
No.
No?
No. Look at how cute your flyaways are today.
Oh, no. That's terrible. That's so bad.
They were just little foofies.
They are. All right. So good morning, afternoon, evening. Welcome to the podcast that I do with my friend Tiffany for free because we are shit at our job. So welcome to Take It or Leave It.
Yes, an advice-ish podcast hosted. Oh, wait. Is that the end? Is that the outro?
No, it's great. It's great. We're gonna write a new intro is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we are. So hard. I'm Tiffany. I'm a host here at this podcast. Thrilled to be here today on this lovely Thursday of the week.
Yes. And I am Meredith, also a host here once a week. And we are going to discuss all things marriage, motherhood, and everything in between. But any advice we give, you can take
or leave because it might be crap.
It's going to be
crap. Today's episode, we talk about Meredith's coffee cup because what am I looking at right now?
Oh, I love this coffee cup. I got this as a gift while we were on the road.
No freaking way. Why didn't I get that as a gift when we were on the road? First of all,
I love it. It keeps my hands so warm.
What? All right. So for those of you who can't see, her coffee cup doesn't have a regular handle. It has like a hole in it that you shove your fingers into.
Yep.
And they're hidden behind
the flaps.
That's very cool. Yeah, it is very vaginal.
Yeah, I love it.
If you haven't gotten anything in a long time, you might think that. Most people probably don't. Anyways, what are we talking about today? Are we just shooting the shit?
Oh, I mean, that's pretty much what we do, but there's plenty to talk about. I would like to, can we do a recap? Because we ended on like a to be continued.
Oh, of what?
Of last week where you were like, I was going to delete the apps, but then I didn't delete the apps. And now we have this situation. Are we going to get an update on that or no?
Oh, yeah. I can totally update you. We have a situation.
Well, then I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
I feel I still have the app. I've slowed down a little bit because I feel guilty talking to more than one person at a time. There are people who have deleted the app because they have felt perhaps that they would like to pursue only me. And it's flattering and wonderful and amazing. But I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. Because I can't. I'm not doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, it feels really weird and I feel really guilty. I'm starting to feel guilty because I know that there's two people who have feelings. And I know that because we speak every day, which is so weird. We speak every day on FaceTimes, in person even. Like, just pursuing and trying to see where things go. And it's just, now it feels like I have 2 boyfriends, and it's really weird and makes me feel uncomfortable.
Okay, so this is interesting because you have been completely upfront and honest.
Mm-hmm.
You have said to both of these individuals, I am seeing another person. They've given you the green light to be like, see whom you want.
Yeah.
But I'm like down to clown. Nobody says that.
Yeah, nobody.
And you're the one feeling the guilt.
Yeah, big time. Big time. They deleted their dating profiles. And maybe they do that with every girl to try to prove some kind of like loyalty or something. I don't know. It's all really new, but to me, I was, and the one person was like, I really don't want you to feel any pressure. I just want to let you know that this is something that I'm doing and you don't have to do it. Like, they were sure. And they've been very reassuring with me, like, don't worry about it. It's just a personal choice. I just wanted you to see and shit. And now it feels like I've gotten myself into this weird predicament where at some point I'm going to have to decide that somebody isn't it and like hurt them. But like, at what point are you sure?
So
I didn't see this as being something that would happen. I didn't think I could get one person to fucking be interested in me, dude. Truly. And so to have 2, and I'm having other conversations also, like, but those are starting from the beginning. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're still in the what's your favorite color situation. But it's like, I don't want to close off all my options and put all my eggs in one basket. So I'm keeping my options over, but then it gets overwhelming. And I'm like, I don't even want to have this many conversations.
Yeah. That is a lot for you, because I know how hard it is for you to have one conversation
Yes, thank you.
with a person that you know and enjoy.
Exactly.
So can I tell everybody what I did to you earlier this week?
Oh, yeah, of
via
course.
text.
You can tell them anything.
So you guys know that I'm in Tiffany's Life 360 circle, because I asked her to add me in when she was driving up here one time because I needed to see her real-time location because she has gotten lost. So I was like, just share your Life 360 with me. So I have my circle that is my family, and then I'm in Tiffany's circle, which is her and her sister. Which is, I'm never, it's Paris, in case you're listening, I'm never stalking you.
I don't know how to stop it. How to get it out of there.
No, I don't want to be, don't kick me out, because
Okay.
I like knowing where you are, because then I kind of feel like, okay, I can be the responsible adult just in case.
Yeah.
And so I get alerts. I don't get alerts when Paris comes and goes, which is weird because I'm in that circle, but I get alerts when you come and go.
Because it's so alarming. It's like something's happening. She's leaving the house.
So the other day I called Tiffany and she did not pick up. And I went to Life 3. Dave was like, well, you have her Life 360. Go look. And I was like, no, I shouldn't. Okay. And so I went right into her Life 360, saw she was at home, screenshotted it, sent her a text, said, I know you're at home. Pick up your phone.
That shit made me laugh for 15 minutes.
It was, listen, I was like, and then I sent the creepy face emoji of what's his name from the Spider-Man movie.
It made me laugh so hard. And then when I was like, and I called you back and I'm like, hello. And you're like, I'm so sorry that I'm forcing you to have an actual telephone conversation on the phone. I would never normally do that to you because I know how much you hate it. And it was so refreshing because, like, obviously I love you and would give my life for you. But the idea of having a phone conversation with you elicits
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I don't want to talk to myself, so I understand where you're coming from.
It's not just you, it's everybody.
But yeah, so I laughed. We got a good laugh out of that because it's just funny.
And then another time, randomly, you said, dropping the kids off at camp or whoring it up around town or whatever you said, or on a date.
I did not say that. I said, are you dropping the kids off at camp or did you have a date, you little sex kitten?
Yeah, I was like, it's 8:30 in the morning, Meredith.
I was hoping it wasn't camp. I got to be honest. I was like, okay, girl, where are you going? Which your morning
jump park.
poontang.
Oh my God, no. I haven't slept with anyone. I haven't even kissed anyone.
I know, but that's why I thought it was funny.
No, I'm just making that announcement in general in case anybody thinks I'm a slore.
Okay.
I'm not.
That's a word I've never heard.
Really?
Yeah, and it belongs in like a dirty Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah, it does. That's funny. That's very funny.
Is she a slore? I don't know. Okay, I got nothing on that one.
She's on all fours.
Okay, there you go.
You know what I mean?
Dr. Seuss. No, he
Dr.
just
Seuss.
rolled over in his grave. Or did he think, man, I missed out on a revenue stream?
Probably that one.
Probably that one. Yeah. Yeah.
I love revenue streams. I'd like some.
I know. Yeah. So, all right. Well, I have no good advice on this whatsoever, but what I can say is I don't think that you should, outside perspective, you've been so upfront and forthcoming and honest that of course I don't feel like you should be saddled with any guilt, but I know how your brain works and I know what you're dealing with. And so I understand why you're feeling it. But I feel like you have to kind of lean into that and release it and let it go so that you can enjoy spending time with people that you enjoy because you've been nothing but honest.
I really have, to a fault.
Yes.
To the point, well, but it's out of guilt. Like I feel bad. Like if I have a conversation with one person, he's like, "What are you doing tonight?" And then I have to be like, "I actually have a call with you know who," and he's like, "Hope it goes terrible."
Mhm.
Like he's just joking or whatever.
Right. But not.
But not.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other one doesn't say anything like that. The other one is very understanding and said I'd be doing myself a disservice to cut off other people just to pursue him because he's not sure that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But see, that's very mature.
I know he's so mature.
That's very mature. And I think that, you're at a point in your life coming in to 40, you're super hot, where you, like you need to be like, that's what you need. You need maturity.
What just happened? You
What?
turned in like a robot. I heard super hot. I don't know what that was. Turn it super hot.
You're going to be 40 and super hot is what I said.
I'm not going to be 40 for a little bit. So let's chill, first of all.
Okay. But yeah, so I think maturity is absolutely what you need.
Yes,
I think you're
so
doing
mature.
I think you're doing a great job with your honesty is the best policy, being upfront with these guys. And I don't think there's anything wrong because you have to remember too, what is the purpose of the dating app?
Exactly. To date. Thank you.
To date. So you're going on there doing exactly what it's intended for you to do so that you can fraternize and meet people and be social. And that goes against every fiber in your being. So I think you're doing a great job. The fact that you've indulged it and have, committed to somewhat of a process.
I think that while it's so flattering and amazing and wonderful that these two gentlemen have decided they are not interested in pursuing anything else, so they've deleted the app, like, I don't know that I needed to know because I think it's messed with my head.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
I think
made
you're
me
right.
feel pressured a little bit, even though they say no pressure. It's hard not to feel that anyway.
Yeah, you're right. I never thought about that.
Definitely intended to create pressure.
It's intended to create pressure, Dave said.
Is it?
That's what
yeah,
he's
that
saying.
makes sense. Like I'm trying, and I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody. I'm just saying perhaps if I wasn't knowledgeable about that, perhaps if I didn't know that they were no longer looking.
He said not in a bad way, but it definitely causes you to feel pressure, which I agree with 100%. How could you not?
Exactly.
How could you not? That's just that is the reality. It in fact caused pressure.
Yeah.
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 So
if I were to think,
okay,
like, what
can you answer this question? I don't know if you have this information. These two gentlemen, how long were they on the app prior to meeting you and shutting it down?
No clue.
Okay. Because that also gives some information into, well, one of them's been on it a year and one of them's been on it a week. Those
Yeah.
are two very different scenarios.
Right. I think you just wait until you at least go on one date with a person before canceling it.
Mm-hmm. Now, both of these individuals are not people you've had in-person dates with, or they are?
One of them I've had 2. The other
One
one
of
I've had
them.
none.
Because of the, yes, got it. Okay. I remember now.
But tomorrow we're meeting for the first time. I know.
Really?
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Have you shaved?
Not yet.
Oh,
Well,
you need
he's
the weed whacker out.
Are we
the
talking about my
lawnmower?
legs?
Everything.
No, I'm not shaving everything. No, that's date number 1. Nobody's getting near certain hairy areas.
I didn't say they had to go anywhere near it. I just meant for your own mental health. I mean, who the hell knows what's going on down there?
No, because if it is like clean shaven, I'm taking it out for a spin. You know what I mean? Like I
okay.
can't if
All
it's
right. Good call. Good call. Good call.
if it's ready to go, I'm a lot more likely to start flashing the town.
Touch the titty, get the kitty. What?
Oh.
Who says that?
You, for some reason,
know
at
why.
11 a.m. on a Thursday. What is going on right now? I'm just kidding, guys.
No, what are you doing, Dave? Oh my gosh.
Did Dave just grab
He
your
did.
bosom?
He did.
That's really rude. You know that I'm having a hard time getting my bosoms squeezed. Like, what? That's so rude.
Listen. I think that's great. I agree. I agree. You don't want to take it out for a test drive, then leave it in the garage.
Exactly. Exactly. What's the point of cleaning the car if you're not going to take it out of the garage? You know what I mean?
Would you be interested in an oil change?
No, Meredith. Ridiculous.
I am going to be 12 for the rest of my life.
I know.
I don't know what's happening. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So there was this other guy who was like, "Hey, cutie, da 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 da," and I noticed we had a mutual friend, and I was like, "This is so weird. How do you know this person?" And he's like, "I knew them in high school." So I went to the person, and I'm like, because I'm very close with this person,
Okay.
to the point where it's not weird for me to be like, "Hey, what's up with this?" And she's like, "Girl, I banged him. You can't do that."
Ooh.
And then I was like, she didn't say you can't do that. Actually, she said, I banged him and he had a, you know what? Let me not put her business out there. She encouraged me to do it and said she wouldn't mind, but she also said she was in love with him. So he's off limits.
Whoa.
But I do know that he's got, what?
Finish the story.
Oh, so now I have the knowledge that he is packing heat.
Ooh.
And I can't do anything with it. Also, I don't really care about big ones, by the way. I'd like to go on record as saying that. I actually don't do well. Can we cut all of this?
Phil, we are going to cut out where we talked about big ones, packing heat, the fact that her friend had banged him already and he was off limits. This friend sounds intense, though, because she was like, you can totally screw him, but I'm in love with him. That is a red flag.
Yeah.
Don't
She
do
was in high school.
that. Oh, she's saying past tense.
Yeah, but still.
High school was a long time ago.
But yeah, I think we should cut all that.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Phil.
For understanding. I appreciate it. I tend to overshare and I realize it's not really my story and I really don't want anyone connecting any dots.
Listen, it's fine. We're going to cut it out. And
or I don't care. Just cut out the part about me saying I don't like big wieners. Because I don't want to close that door.
Of course not.
And open up the floodgates to lots of people being like, I heard you liked them smaller. Have I got just the thing for you? You know what I mean? I'd like to avoid that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that
Yeah.
I have a small.
Okay. You know what? You can stop at any time.
I'm done.
There we go. Yeah. So,
people are like, can you go back to talking about anxiety and addiction, please? Like, this is new version of you is too much for me. I did not sign up for this.
No, this is great. Look, I'm excited to see where Life 360 takes you tomorrow. I'm gonna be watching.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
So I will be watching for that one and excited to see that. And then we can hear about the date because this is your first in person with this gentleman. So I'm excited to hear that. It is fun to listen.
Do you know how sweet he is?
Is this the individual that you said? Oh wait, can I not say that?
I don't know what you're about to say.
That you sent me a screenshot of the text because it was so sweet.
I didn't do that. I would never do that. Yes.
Okay. Phil, cut that out.
No, you don't have to. It's okay.
It was so sweet. It was meant in such a sweet way,
and I think it's such a well-known thing that that girls send screenshots of cute texts to their friends. It's just like something you do, and just so you could be like, "Hey, is this cute or is this love bombing?" You know what I mean? Just take it to the board of directors and see what they have to say.
Oh, I like that. The board of directors. I like that. Yeah.
But this is how sweet he is because I promise I'm not a slore. I need everybody to know that. We were trying to think of things to do. And I was listing all the things. And then I was like, coffee on my back porch. And I was like, I'll tell you exactly what I said, just for the record. Is Dave texting us right now?
Yeah, he's sending Instagram reels. It's how he communicates. You don't have to look at it right now. Does she have to look at it right now? Oh, we have to look at it right now? We're on the podcast.
That's fine because I'm looking for something.
Okay. Oh. Shut your bitch ass up, Troy. How you cut his Kate. Is this what you meant to send me? Giving your girl a fine wienering and putting all 2.3 inches in?
Jesus.
David. Stop. I can't.
Tell him he's grounded.
You're grounded.
I was listing all this stuff and I said coffee and chatting on my back porch. And then I said in parentheses, it might be too soon to invite you over. But for the record, I wouldn't expect or want anything happening on our first date. And then he wrote, really? I mean, no, he didn't write that. I meant to say, wait. He said, I don't think planning to hang out at your house is the greatest idea. If you don't feel like we connect after meeting me, I really wouldn't want you to feel awkward or uncomfortable in your own home. Isn't that so nice? I didn't even think about that.
You know what that is? That's maturity and boundaries.
Isn't that so nice? Like, what a nice, because I didn't even think about that.
Grown-up stuff.
I'm like, come over and murder me. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't. I thought if we were on the back porch, I could run.
To where?
Like Tiffany? The pool, if I had to, and jump in, and he'd have to like swim, kill me. And I'm really good at swimming. Or I jump over.
You're not really good at swimming. Let's stop right there. And let's just be honest with how quickly you would be swim murdered.
You don't know me.
You would swim die so fast.
You don't know my swim game.
Okay. Is it anything like your walk, run, jog, move your body game? Because I'm going to guess that it's not as 5.0 as you think it is.
Listen to me. There's a new version of me who runs with her legs. I just look really bloated right now because I've been eating cosmic brownies. Like it was the end of the world.
Those are my Little Debbie favorite.
Yeah, it's a problem. They're so heavy and thick and delicious.
Oh, like a good wienering. No. Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you just buy them at the store? That blows my mind. Because I won't do it. I will not physically put them into my cart because I know what will happen the second I get home.
I know.
8 of them are gone. Whatever. Yeah. If they come in an 8, if it's 8 in a pack, it's done.
I swear I like manipulate myself every single time I go to the store. I'm like sweet talking myself. I'm like, girl, you're so fucking strong. You get these Oreos for your children so that they could have a good childhood. And you won't touch them. You won't even want them. Like, you can do this. And then my kids aren't even here for 2 more days. And so I knew that. Like,
weren't
subconsciously.
Buying them for the kids?
Yeah.
Those weren't kid treats.
Yeah. Have you seen that movie with the guy with multiple personalities, like Patricia?
No.
I forget his name, but anyway, that's me. There's a version of me that convinces the other versions of me that this is a good idea. And then I just end up with the depressed version of me, just so full and bloated.
Who's
Like
eaten 8 cosmic brownies?
so many. I've just been just eating like garbage, and it really affects me mentally. Last week I was wearing tank tops and feeling like a goddess, and today I'm like I have to wear a muumuu and a sweater because I'm excuse me, so bloated.
Okay. So
Anyways,
but
who
does
cares?
that cycle based on when the kids are home?
Yeah. Last
Yeah.
night Chloe's like, "Mommy, let's order Taco Bell." I literally went like this. Okay. Like I gave her like a girl, you're crazy. You're so crazy. And like if I was a good mom, I'd be like, no, honey, we're gonna have chicken and broccoli. But I'm like, what you want, bitch? Let's get it in a quart.
Chalupa lupa lupa.
What do you want?
Yeah. So I get that. That's tough because it's also creating a pattern.
Exactly. For them.
Yeah. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. But I agree. But that's if I'm the same way though. If I put that cosmic brownie in my cart, no kid would have a chance at eating it. They
Mhm.
would be gone. And I don't know
Yeah.
what it is about a Little Debbie cosmic brownie, but I love them so much.
Yeah.
They're just
really
so
good.
delicious.
They're really good.
Also the crumb cakes, Drake's.
I don't like how you say
crumb
that.
cakes.
I don't like that.
The Drake's crumb cakes.
I hate it. I'd rather you not.
Those are so good. I mean, what about like do you like the what's the Hostess ones that have the cream in the middle?
Yeah. Wait, are you talking about the cakes? Entenmann's had these like cream cheese type like cakes where you left them on the counter with
that's
a knife in it.
strudel. Yes, that's a strudel. Oh yeah.
I was thinking of that. So whatever you were asking me, all I could think about was strudel. So what were you saying?
No, like I'm trying to remember the Hostess ones, not the ding dongs. The ones that I think they're just Hostess cupcakes. They have the cream in the middle, but they're chocolate with a little zigzag white line.
Ding dongs, like the
ding
black
dongs.
tuxedo.
The ding dongs are the hockey puck looking things, right? A Hostess cupcake has the cream in the middle with the white zigzag icing, but they're chocolate.
I swear, I thought that. Oh, you're right. They're just called Hostess cupcakes. You're right.
That's what I thought. Yes, I love those too. I could eat a full box of those without breathing.
And the ding dongs are shaped like hockey pucks. You're right.
Yeah. Look, I know my shitty snack cake food because I grew up on it and ate the hell out of it, and it was delicious. But I can't do that, or I'll do it forever.
That's smart. That's smart of you not to put it in the cart the first place.
So yeah. So anyway, you pull the icing off and eat it separate. Yeah.
Yes. I was thinking that. Who said that?
Somebody in here. Ew. I can't read it.
Meredith,
Lisa,
my boobs are sweating right now.
Do you not have your air on?
I don't have my bra on.
Oh, well.
And they're just like, apparently National Geographic. I'm so embarrassed. I didn't have to say that out loud though. Only the people watching the live could see it. But now everyone knows that I have sweat titties.
Sweat titties?
Sweaty titties. Anyways, it's because we're talking about chocolate.
Why are you?
It's getting me all hot and bothered. Guess what I'm doing tonight? I'm sharing my story.
Oh yeah, where are you going?
I'm going to all these halfway houses have a weekly meeting, and so it's at the weekly meeting of the halfway houses.
Is that local?
Yeah.
Okay,
and I'm excited because I get to talk about like how wonderful halfway houses were and what an integral part of my healing journey they were. Healing journey, bitch.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say recovery journey, but I've been on a healing journey for so fucking long. I assume that every journey, just too many journeys, honestly.
But are there too many journeys, or is it all?
Yeah, there's too many. There's healing journeys. There's recovery journeys.
Recovery was
healing.
Yeah. Healing is healing. The felonies? Well, you healed from them.
I did. At the time, they were a journey.
Yeah, but I think it's all like it's one. It's the same shit, right? You
just
got to
not in the
heal from
mood.
all of it.
Like, I'm not a journeyman. I'm a fan of just like easy living in the village. Like, I don't want to go on journeys, dude.
Oh my God. I'm a fan. I'm not a fan of journeys.
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not. There's people who love a good journey.
Mm,
And they're like, let's go on a journey.
yeah.
I like to go on adventures.
Okay.
I don't like to go on journeys. Journey to me says this is going to take a long time
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to hurt. There's going to be monsters along the way.
Mm.
An adventure is we don't know what the fuck's going to happen, but we're going. I like that.
So then I think you just have to reframe journey like an adventure because
Yeah, you're right.
it's the same thing.
Yeah. Well,
You can have monsters on your adventure.
you know, it's weird. It's the first time I'm like telling my story. Not really. Like I've told my story since the divorce and shit.
Oh, okay.
But to be able to like my story used to end at a certain part. And I would say, yeah. And believe it or not, me and that guy are still together 10 years later. Somehow it worked. We beat the odds and life is amazing. And it's better than my wildest dreams. And now I have to keep going and be like, and then some shit went down. And it was the most traumatizing shit I've ever experienced. And it changed me as a human. But I came out the other side sober. And
yeah,
if I can make it through that, you can make it through anything.
I mean, think about that.
Yeah.
Just for like a millisecond. Wow.
Mm.
That is exceptionally powerful. Because not only did you do it against all odds the first time, you had double or nothing odds that second time.
Yeah.
And you are a journeyman. You're a fucking journeyman because you did it again with everything stacked against you.
Thank you.
So that's huge.
That makes me feel good.
And you stayed sober. And now, is your timeline or your whatever more open-ended because you're like, who knows where the story is going to go? But why is that bad?
I guess it's not. I guess,
It's
and
not.
I could say that too, you know, while I'm speaking and just be honest and say, I thought I knew where my story ended, but how exciting that this is just the beginning.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's great. I'm glad you're going tonight.
Thank you.
That's going to be wonderful.
Yeah. My BFF is coming to support me, which is so sweet.
I love
You're my
that.
BFF, but I mean like my local BFF.
Oh, I totally know who you mean. And I think that that's great.
Okay.
And I love that. Does she do anything like that?
No, she needs to, and she could, but she won't.
Well, I mean, either she's just not ready yet or the appropriate opportunity hasn't presented themselves. That's all.
Yeah. But a lot of people like she has shared her story before.
Right.
She just hasn't done it in a long time. And I would really love it if she did. Maybe they'll ask her when she's there tonight is what I'm hoping. They're going to be like, okay, you next.
Well, and maybe it was the time for her to do it. Who knows? But I think it's great that she's going and supporting you as she always does.
Yes. And I didn't want to say where it was because I thought that it might give it away and I didn't want people showing up. But I just remembered it's a closed event. So I can say this part.
Oh, okay.
It's actually the halfway houses that both her and I graduated from.
Wow.
Yeah. So I get to go back there and be like, I lived in this exact room, dude. Like the craziest shit happened to me while I lived here. And it would have been a very good time for me to be like, screw it. But because of the strength of the women behind each of these doors who live here, you know, I don't know why I'm practicing right now. I'll just talk about it later. But I just think it's really cool because we're alumni and we get to go back and be like, if we could do it, you guys could do it.
I love that.
Yeah, because they're where we were 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm. No, it's big time. I loved what you just said too. The strength of the women behind these doors.
Oh, yeah. And at first I hated girls And I was like so annoyed to have to live with more women. But man, when you're going through it and life is so unpredictable and you're just getting into recovery and you come home and you're like, what a shit day. There's somebody there reading who's like, do you need to talk? And it's just like a person who's on the same journey as you with the same goals, who might have learned something that could help you switch your perspective. Like halfway houses, if I would have skipped that step, I don't think I'd be here today.
Look, that's amazing. I'm so glad that you get to go back to your origin story, so to speak, or not origin story.
That makes me sound like a villain, and I love it.
Well, yeah, I know what you mean.
I know exactly what you mean. It's like your roots. It's like
Yeah,
where everything
that's
started.
How I meant it. Yeah, that's how I meant it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's how I took it.
If origin story was appropriate, but but yeah, so that's cool, and I love that. I love that. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
See? So isn't it great to be a journeyman?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm a journeyman. I am on a journey by force. I'm not here willingly.
Stop it.
But speaking of everybody, we have 2 business meetings after the podcast today.
Yes, we do.
And ask Meredith how helpful I am in these business meetings.
You want me to be honest, or
do you dread it? Do you dread
having you there?
Do you worry
a
little bit that I'm going to ruin it for us?
No.
Ever?
I am now.
I
wasn't before. No, I'm not worried about it ever when we go, because look, you know your shit, and I'm never worried about that. I'm excited. Hopefully, very shortly, we'll be able to share with everybody some of the things that we have going on.
Just so everybody knows, if you know me and you know Meredith, this is going to come as no surprise to you. But in business meetings, because we've been blessed to have many opportunities together. And in business meetings, Meredith is so smart and such a boss ass bitch and so like detailed and this is that. And I'm literally like spinning in my chair. And then they're like, Tiffany, what do you think? And I'm like, I agree with everything that Meredith said. And they're like, she hasn't said anything yet. And I'm like, she's gonna. And when you guys hear it, it's going to blow your mind. And we are on the same page together about that.
I think the best thing you said the other day in one of the meetings was, I'm so glad that we're here. This has been the worst year of my life. And I was like, oh, wow. So
that's not how it happened.
This is how we're starting off.
No, he said, yeah, I've been looking at all your stuff.
You're doing his accent.
All right, I won't. He said, I've been looking at all your...
do it.
I've been looking at all your videos and your past things from the past few years. It looks like you two have had an amazing couple of years. Tell me about that. And I was like this.
Yeah.
And I started laughing uncontrollably because I made eye contact with Dave, who knew about my shitastic past 2 years.
Yeah.
And I started laughing. And then the guy got really uncomfortable because he's like, what the fuck was funny that I said? And I was like, I'm so sorry. I feel like I need to tell. It's not you. It's just funny that you said it looks like we've had good years because this has actually been the worst 2 years of my life. And he's like, I'm so sorry to hear that. And I'm like, no. Don't give me sitting. It's fine. I'm just saying it was funny because it was ironic because all of us on this call knows how shitty my last 2 years have been and you didn't. So I just stayed muted.
It was hilarious. It broke the ice as well, which was great because we hadn't met these people before yet. We had a one previous and then one with all of them. And then anyway, it was very interesting. So it was a nice way to break the ice, but I died laughing because I was just like, oh, here we go. It's happening. It's happening.
And I don't know why. Like these people are going to be helping us do this one specific thing. And on the call, I'm like, just so everybody knows, I suck at doing this one specific thing. Like, I just want to let everybody know I have terrible social anxiety. So I'm really not going to be good at it. Like, I'm not good at selling myself at all.
I think it's going to be great.
It's going to be so good. It's going to be good. I had some caffeine today. I'm ready to go. I'm cutting back on my caffeine a little bit.
A little? What is a little?
Well, so 400 milligrams is the recommended daily amount.
And you're shooting what? 1,800?
No, now I'm at 300. It was probably more.
What's in one Red Bull?
80. Well, a sugar-free
No.
Red Bull.
A sugar-free Red Bull. Caffeine is only 80 in that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But in this bang, it's 300. You gasp. You're so dramatic. So fucking dramatic, dude. Yeah, so that's it. I'm already like done for the day, which is a bummer because I've got a lot of day left.
You do. Why didn't you wait to bang before your presentation?
I don't know because honestly, that's what I was looking at when we first got on here. I had no idea how much caffeine is in. I'm gonna have more.
Oh.
Like I'm gonna.
Okay.
I have to before my presentation.
Your PowerPoint presentation. Welcome to my slideshow about my journey. I'm your journeyman, Tiffany Jenkins.
Absolutely not.
Point 1A, the beginning. Oh my God, that's awesome. All right.
Yeah, I'll let you know how it goes.
It's going to be a great day. This is exciting.
Yeah, it is. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's good. I'm going to be thinking about that later tonight. It's going to make me happy and smile.
Okay, cute. We do have a lot of meetings today.
We do. We have it's 2, so it's not a lot, but
they're hours.
Well, we have them slated to each be 1 hour long. That doesn't mean they will take an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to dread it. It's going to be fine because it's great news. It's great meetings. It's just the fact that they're going to ask me questions, I'm afraid.
Well, and Dave was concerned. He was like, how many naps do you think Tiffany will need in between? Because they're back-to-back meetings and there's not really time for that.
Yeah.
But she's going to need a nap. And I was like, well, she's going to have to power through because they're one right after the next. And he's like, I don't know.
I asked if you built in time so Tiffany could take naps in between the meetings.
That's a very thoughtful question, Dave. I appreciate that.
I did not.
What's he eating?
I believe a veggie burger. What are you eating? A quinoa burger and potato chips.
Yum. I can't decide if that sounds delicious or not. I'm really displeased with how I look right now.
Okay. Is the quinoa burger good or not? No, it is not good. Dave said.
Shitty.
It is terrible.
Sucks.
So there's that.
Okay.
I don't like the quinoa burgers. I like quinoa, but please don't try to tell me it's a burger.
I don't like how they spell it.
Okay.
Words are starting to really piss me off.
All right. I like it. You going to write a letter to Webster?
I am. It's really upsetting. It really grinds my gears. Quinoa. It doesn't even. Lord.
It really
I was just talking about this.
My gears.
So I'm not going to make a big deal about it because I have before, but just know your days are numbered, Miriam.
Miriam. You're so stupid. Your days are numbered, Miriam. That's like me when I was driving. So I don't know if I told this story yet. It's so stupid, but so when we started golfing together last month, right? We were driving in the golf cart past the clubhouse to go out to the course, and the clubhouse parking spots have names on them. Did I tell this story already?
No.
And so there's like the women's champion, the men's champion, the women's senior, the men's senior, and there's plaques on them, and it tells you the last championship, like the 2023 or 2024 or whatever. And so I'm driving past and I'm like, who's the women's champion? And he's like, Faye, such and such. And I'm like, Faye, I'm going to fuck your shit up. I'm coming for you, fucking Faye. And Dave's like, Faye's like 75. Calm down. And I'm like, Faye's not gonna know what fucking coming for her.
Faye's
He's
gonna
like,
catch a fade.
He's like, reel it in. Faye is a lovely lady. I've golfed with her.
He'd
And I was
know.
like, okay. So yeah. So speaking of Miriam, that made me think of Faye. So I've been having these conversations about Faye for the last month about how I'm coming to kick her ass.
She's heard like
And-
rumors
And
through
she-
through the grapevine.
while out on the putting green.
Yeah, you
Look.
heard about Meredith Masony. She's coming for you.
She's a coming. She's a coming. So it was funny because I've had this. So
And she shows up to watch you, and you drive the golf cart into a palm bush.
I know.
And she's like, "This is the woman. I'm not really stressing it. I think I'm good."
Yeah. So yesterday, Dave was like, "Okay, back 9. I'm going to be your caddy." And I've been trying to break 50, which is the par is
34.
36 at this course, 36. And so I've been shooting around 53, 54. And I was like, I gotta break 50. I gotta break 50. Like, I gotta do it. I gotta break 50. I'm so far from par, or even bogey golf, but like, I'm like, I really want to break 50. Like, I just want to put it together for 9 holes to break 50. And so yesterday he's like, today's the day. We're gonna break 50 today. I'm gonna caddy for you. Let's go.
Yeah.
And so we got all the way up to hole 8. And I hit one in the water. And I knew it was over at that point because I could count in my head, and with the drops and whatever, I was like, I fucked it up. It's over. It's gone. I did it. I fucked it up. I fucked it up like I fuck up everything in my life. And I had this whole meltdown. I'm never going to beat Faye. None of this is ever going to work out for me. How am I going to get on the senior tour now? And so like my life was over. And Dave was like, listen, it's okay. It's okay. We're going to break it tomorrow. And I was like, oh my God.
Wait. So if you hit a ball in the water, what does that mean? It's over?
It means I have to take a stroke and a drop and hit again. And the problem was I was so close to 50 already, and I knew what the last hole, par on the last hole was, and how many shots I had left.
Yeah.
And I knew I didn't have enough. I knew I was going to be over. I knew I was going to be like 50, 51. And so I was like, fuck it, we're going home. And he's like, and I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, this is not good for me mentally to be in this place right now.
Interesting.
And so I was like, and we had already played 9 holes before we started the second 9.
Well,
and
not all of them are going to be amazing.
No, but it was, he was wonderful, and he caddied for me, and he, was like, use this club, do this, do that. And it was great. And so it was wonderful. And he was like, it's okay. We're going to do it again tomorrow. We'll try again tomorrow or the next day. And
That's
eventually you'll get it. So
yeah, great job. You just started, but make sure you tell me when you get 50, because I'll be excited for you.
Yeah. So it's, but it's, it's now a lifelong goal that I've had for 5 minutes, that I will be on the senior tour, and I'm going to beat Faye. So
yeah. What is the age?
For a women's senior tour, 45.
Yeah, you're not there.
I'm going to be 44 this year. So that means I have a full year to train to be ready before I can be on the senior tour.
It's so weird that I knew you when you were 38. I was just thinking, for some reason in my head, I was picturing you being 38.
No, I'm going to be 44.
Yeah, that's wild to me.
Is it how time works? It's wild.
It's so wild.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're getting older.
We're getting older. We are. That is what happens. Yeah.
It's really depressing.
Yep. Okay.
But I did pay a bill yesterday, which was nice.
Good job.
Thank you. Technically, Drew did most of it, but I didn't understand anything. I went to Body Double my friend this morning. She had to go get a birth certificate, and she's very much like me in that, like, doing things is just hard. And so she picked me up, and I went with her, and I already forgot my point.
You were started with body doubling.
Oh yeah. And I was telling her the story about how like I got this piece of mail and I was like, I don't know what this is. So I sent it to Drew because that's what I do. And he's like, that's for you to file your business. You have to refile it. And I'm like, ew. And so he sent me a link and I was like, thank you. And then I went on there and the price was like $540 to file. And I'm like, this is preposterous. Is this right? And he's like, no, mine was only 100 something. And then he's like, oh, you were supposed to do it in March.
What does that mean? You have like a late fee?
Yeah, all of them, all the late fees that there are to have from March.
No.
I just don't know how an average person is supposed to know that like they have to refile their business every year if you don't know that.
Well, if you don't know that, you wouldn't know that. But now the real thing is next year in March, are you going to remember to do it?
No. So exactly. What do I do? Do I like set
Put
an
it in your
alarm
calendar now that you have to
a year in
refile.
advance?
Yes.
I didn't even know that was legal.
Yeah, it's not a year because it was March.
Shut up, Dave.
Yeah. I feel like we just did that, didn't we? Yeah,
Don't
we
say
just did
we
the same
if you
thing.
didn't do it. Because it's a
I
hard
was
thing.
standing right next to him when we went to do it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And we also had to register all of our business vehicles
Yo, see, wait, what?
because we have the pool company and the trucks and stuff. We had to go and do all of that too.
I think that Drew's vehicle is in my business name. Am I supposed to be doing something?
Get it off.
Well, yeah, that's the goal. But my car's in his name.
Well, we can have that conversation.
Yeah,
separately.
I'm not tripping. I'm saying, am I supposed to be filing something for his car?
I don't know.
Fuck it.
Well,
I don't
ask
care.
Dave.
I've already done enough today.
Eh.
I've already done enough. I've hit my quota.
Should we play? Hold on. So
body doubled.
This is what I sent to Tiffany this morning. Let's see if I can get the audio on this.
Hi, welcome to the Get Stuff Done department. Yeah, I want to get stuff done. Perfect. You're in the right place. So what is it you're looking to get done? Everything. Everything. Yes, everything. Okay, well, it sounds like you're looking for our comprehensive plan, which is where we'll make a list of all the tasks that you want to complete, and we'll carefully schedule them out over the next 2 weeks so that you can complete them in a timely but organized manner. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do it all now. You want to do everything right now? Uh-huh. I mean, okay, maybe we could try to squeeze it all into a day. Just out of curiosity, how many things are we talking about here? Like 9 or 10? No, I don't know, like 150.
Yeah.
You want to try to do 150 things in one day? Yeah. Okay, well, I don't think that's going to happen unless you happen to have a lot of other brains that are willing to help you on this. Do you have any other brains that are willing to help you on this? No. Okay, well, maybe we just try to pick a starting point. I can't figure out how to do that. You can't figure out a starting point? No, that's why I'm here. Okay, then how about just off the top of your head, you throw out like 2 or 3 things that you can think of immediately. Do the dishes, build a shelf, buy a penguin. Okay, well, I'm not even going to ask about that third one, but dishes. Okay, I like that. Let's go ahead and let's get started with the dishes. Nah, never mind. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm bored. Wait, what? You don't want to do what anymore? Anything. I don't want to do anything anymore. I lost my motivation. This is taking too long. So then what are you going to do now? Probably going to go sit in paralysis, dwell on everything that I wasn't able to do, and then hate myself for it. But we just finally started making progress. Oh, it's cool, man. Don't worry. I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll try again. Hi, welcome to...
I've never heard anything more accurate in my lifetime. Did it
I
remind you of?
Oh my God. I was scrolling and I saw this and I went, oh, because that's me going, wait, we were just getting started. We're making progress. Let's go. And you're like, nah, bitch, I'm out.
Yeah, you have there's a very
out.
small window of time before my brain shuts down.
Yeah, it's so funny. I was dying. The best part was like, buy a penguin. I'm like,
That was so funny.
And that is so you. I could see you on some like dark web. Like, how do I get a polar bear cub?
Mm-hmm.
And how do I get it to my house now? Instacart.
Yes. Because I thought a bird would make me happy. So I've been looking into buying birds.
Do not buy a bird.
Don't do that. Okay.
Tiffany
Whoa.
Jenkins.
It reminds me of my grandmother's house growing up. There was always the sound of birds chirping. And I thought, how nice would it be for my kids to grow up with the same sound? But
do you know that birds shit on everything? They kick the food and seed all over the place. And then do you know what time they start chirping?
No, but I'm sure you could get like a soundproof cage if you needed to.
No, they'll die. What do you mean a soundproof cage? What are you even talking about? You
You
want to
open
lock
it.
them in a box?
Like jail, at a certain time, the doors open,
Why
the doors pop for general population, and then the birds can chill and like. hang
don't
out.
you just put bird feeders in the backyard?
I did, dude. One of them's missing.
Somebody stole your bird feeder?
I don't know. It might have fallen on the ground, but I don't really go out there.
Oh, Dave said squirrels probably knocked it over. They
I
love to
believe
eat
it.
the bird food. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
So it's probably on the ground, but
Yeah. Well, you could just put multiple bird feeders out there and you could sit on your patio and listen to birds that aren't going to shit in your house.
true. I'm just saying it was a fleeting thought.
Good.
I'm not going to do it.
Don't. Do not. Do it.
Okay.
I love you. Do not get a bird.
I won't get a bird. I'll get 2.
No.
Nope.
No. No.
Won't do that.
Nope.
I won't
nope.
do it.
Banopa.
Yeah, no, I won't. I won't. I swear. I mean, never swear, but like, I really don't think I'm going to get a bird. I really don't. I can't see it. I have cats, so.
Yeah. Yeah. When Sophia brought a fish home, that was crazy because Jackson tries to get into her room every day to get that fish out of the bowl. And he goes in there and he stands right up on top of the bowl and he sticks his paw in to try and get the fish out.
That's such a cat thing.
Yeah. So you got to be careful because the cats don't like them. They don't like birds. They don't like fish. They don't like other cats. They don't
Yeah.
like dogs. They don't like
People.
They don't like themselves in a mirror.
Yeah, they don't like anything.
They don't
That's
like
so true.
anything. I literally walked past Jackson this morning and I'm like, I don't even think you like me, let alone love me. I think my presence bothers you. And if
Mhm.
it weren't that I fed you and cleaned your shit box, you would think about murdering me.
Yeah, your cat is very standoffish.
And he looks at me and I look at him and I'm like, yep, that answered it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because not my dogs.
No, your dogs are up your butthole.
They love me. Jackson would murder me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, on that note,
Yeah.
I feel
So
like
I hit a wall. I'm done. Look at my eyes.
well, we have some other things we have to do before we get ready for our meetings, which our meeting is
Wait,
in 30
what?
minutes. Yeah, just hang tight. You can't go anywhere. I know. It'll take 5 minutes.
We're having
and
a
then you can have a
meeting
break.
before the meeting.
Okay. See, this is what I deal with, guys. All right. So thank you and join us next week for another episode of Take It
Or Leave It, an advice-ish podcast hosted by 2 struggling moms
who have no idea what we're doing. We'll see you guys next week.
Love you. Bye. A pre-meeting meeting can suck it.
It's not a pre-meeting meeting.
This is a pre-meeting meeting. We're having a meeting before the meeting. It's a
No.
pre-meeting meeting.